Section 1. Panel Introduction. At first glance, the Mad Dog panels can be quite intimidating, especially if you're accustomed to less detailed aircraft panels. In this section, we'll briefly go over each of the panel views on this aircraft. As we move along, you'll notice that many of the controls are grouped according to their related systems. Please keep in mind that this section is simply an overview. We'll go over each system and control in more detail in the various sections. The aircraft in this example is cold and dark. In other words, electrical power has not been activated on the aircraft and the displays are all off. This is a good starting point, and you'll see the aircraft come to life as we continue. When the aircraft is loaded, you'll be looking at the main panel view, or the captain's panel. The Mad Dog consists of 10 panel views. These are the captain's panel, first officer's panel, aft overhead panel, the main overhead panel, lower overhead panel, FMS, speed booklet, throttle pedestal, and the right and left glare shield controls. The hotspots, located in the lower center of the main panel, are used to switch between each panel view. Let's start with the aft overhead panel. To open this view, simply click on the related hotspot as shown. As mentioned earlier, the controls in this aircraft are grouped according to the specific systems they're related to. On the aft overhead panel, these are the ground electrical service panel, audio control panel, fire protection controls, overhead circuit breakers, auto flight and flight display systems, the cockpit voice recorder, and the engine synchronizer. This is also a good time to mention the closed panel hotspot located in the upper right corner of the panel. To close this panel, simply click in the upper right-hand corner of the panel. Once the panel is closed, we can again use the navigation hotspots on the main panel. Just below the aft overhead hotspot is the main overhead hotspot. Click this to open the main overhead panel. On the main overhead, we have the electrical panel, which includes the APU control panel, the engine controls, fuel controls, ice protection, aircraft alert systems controls, air conditioning controls, and the pressurization controls. Again, you can close this panel by clicking in the upper right-hand corner. Next, we'll open the left glare shield panel. Both the left and right glare shield panels are identical and are simply mirrored. These panels consist of the flight display controls, flight deck lighting controls, and audio controls similar to those found on the aft overhead. Keep in mind that the lighting and flight display controls on each panel is specifically for the related side of the flight deck. In other words, the left glare shield panel will control the lights and flight displays on the left side of the flight deck. Because these panels do not obscure the panel hotspots, you can simply click on the related hotspot again to close them. Next is the flight management system and the speed booklet. We'll cover these in later sections. The lowermost hotspot is the throttle pedestal, which includes the flight controls, radios, transponder, lighting controls, rudder and aileron trim, and pneumatic crossfeed valve levers. Back at the captain's panel, we have the main flight display gauges, flight mode annunciator, or FMA, the engine displays, the thrust rating panel, or TRP, fuel displays, the weather radar controls, the aircraft's landing and nose gear light controls, and the flight guidance control panel. We can also switch to the first officer's side of the flight deck by clicking on the related hotspot. Most of the controls and displays on this side of the panel are the same as those on the captain's side, with the exception of the hydraulics control panel, the brake temperature panel, and the exterior lighting controls, to name a few. You'll also notice that the panel hotspots are located on the right side of this panel view. By clicking on the captain's panel hotspot, we will be back on the left side of the flight deck and back to where we started. You should now be able to move from one panel view to the other easily and have a general idea of the control groups located on each panel.